Hi everyone, I'm Susan and today I'm going to be showing you how I took these outdoor Christmas presents. They're yard decorations that were in pretty bad shape because I've been using them for years and years. And I'm going to show you how I repurposed them into pretty decorations that I could use inside. The bows were completely flat and they were broken. And from having them outside in the weather, they were just very brittle. So they were cracking and pieces were breaking off. But I knew I could do something with the frame because it was still in really good shape. Okay, so let me show you what I did. I started out by just taking wire cutters and clipping off all of the zip ties and then carefully removing the plastic because I will be using that in just a minute. So I carefully removed the plastic from all three packages, and the larger package had more zip ties holding it onto the frame, and it actually came off in two pieces, which is fine. So next we're going to be taking off the lights. I was deciding whether or not I actually wanted to take the lights off, so you could leave them on or take them off. But with the lights connected to the frames, it makes them kind of difficult to use because you do have them all connected. So my thought process was if I just take the lights off, then I can use them however I want to. Because they are opened at the bottom, you can just stick lights inside and it's fine. So either way, either way will work. Okay, now all the lights are off and here's how they look. And see, now you can move them around and use them however you would like. So what I'm going to be covering the presents with is this piece of material that I picked up at Walmart, and it is so soft. So I'm just going to be using the plastic piece as my template. I just turned it to make it fit the material better so I wouldn't waste any of this material. So I would have enough to cover all three packages. Okay, so I'm going to leave about 2 inches all the way around so that I'll have enough to fold under the frame. And then when I laid my material onto this frame, I realized it's very thin and it was falling through. So I decided to cut a piece of cardboard that I found and lay it on the top. I just laid these on the top and then covered it with my material, and now it has a solid top. So it just made it look a lot better. So the way it was cut, I could lay the piece on the top and then it has this long piece that wraps around the sides. And I just used my glue gun and attached it all the way around. And I did fold the material over so that the raw edge wouldn't be exposed, and it gives it a really clean seam. And just glue as you go along. And then when I got to the end, I just folded all of the leftover inside and then just glued it right there on the corner. And then flipped it over, added hot glue to my frame, and then folded the material over the top. And then realized I needed to add a little bit more glue here on the side to hold it in place. And here's how it looked. And then I did the same thing with the rest of the packages. So for this one, I ended up just tracing it onto a piece of cardstock and cutting that out and using that as the top. And then I covered it the exact same way. I did the same thing for the smallest gift and cut out a piece of cardstock. I realized that with the cardstock and the cardboard on the top, when I put the lights underneath, it made it look really dark. So for this one, I tried using my hole puncher and punched a bunch of holes in there to let the light come through the top. And then just finished it off by gluing it to the frame like I did the other ones. And now I'm going to add this really pretty green velvet ribbon and this black ribbon. I picked both of these up from Hobby Lobby. And for the large present, I'm going to use the really wide ribbon first. And I just attached it to the bottom using my glue gun. And then I added the black on top of the green. And these were so easy, and there's so many ideas and so many different types of material that you could use to wrap the frame. You could just use whatever color material that matches your Christmas decorations. And for the medium present, I ended up using a velvet ribbon in green. And then for the smallest one, I used black. Then I added a very simple bow to the top of the small one. And I just made a loop and then folded the ribbon back over and made a loop on the other side and glued it down, and then did the same thing in the opposite direction. And it made this really cute bow, very simple. And then I just took these green ball ornaments and hot glued them all together and added them to the top of the small present. And then decided to do the same thing with a medium-sized present, but I added silver balls to that one. And then I just found some embellishments to add to it. Added a little bit of greenery, and then thought it needed a little more, so I had this pick and I just used my wire cutters and cut off a few pieces and added them to the top. And here's how it turned out, and here's how the medium one turned out, and here's how they look all together.